The 2025 Mazda 3 is more than just a compact car. It's a bold statement of design, engineering, and the philosophy of driving. As we move deeper into an era dominated by crossovers and electric vehicles, Mazda remains committed to delivering cars that prioritize driving pleasure, craftsmanship, and timeless design. The new Mazda 3 isn't a revolution, but a thoughtful evolution that refines what already worked while adding just enough to keep things fresh. At first glance, the 2025 Mazda 3 immediately stands out. The Kodo design language, which Mazda has embraced for over a decade, continues to shine with its minimalist curves and fluid bodywork. But this year, there are subtle updates that elevate its presence even more. The front grille is slightly reshaped with a more aggressive gloss black finish, and new LED lighting signatures on both ends lend it a sharper, more modern look. In select trims, the Mazda 3 also receives exclusive wheel designs ranging from sleek 16-inch alloys to sporty 18-inch blacked out trims that give it an unmistakable road presence. Mazda offers the 2025 3 in both sedan and hatchback forms, giving buyers flexibility based on style and cargo needs. The hatchback carries a slightly edgier appeal with its sculpted rear and wide stance, while the sedan offers a more classic, elongated silhouette that emphasizes elegance. Both forms are visually striking in their own right, with paint options like Soul Red Crystal, Polymetal Gray, and the new Zircon Sand Metallic adding depth and sophistication. Under the hood, Mazda continues to prioritize driving dynamics over raw horsepower. The base engine remains the tried and true 2.5-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder, producing a smooth 191 horsepower and 186 pounds-to-feet of torque. It's paired with either a 6-speed automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual, depending on the trim and body style. For those craving more performance, the Mazda 3 Turbo variant returns with a 2.5-liter turbocharged engine that pumps out up to 250 horsepower and 320 pounds-to-feet of torque on premium fuel. What's impressive is how Mazda manages to make the Mazda 3 feel premium regardless of which powertrain you choose. The naturally aspirated engine is refined and linear, while the turbo version adds a satisfying punch without ever feeling unruly. This isn't a hot hatch by hardcore standards, but it's one of the most enjoyable daily drivers in its class. Mazda's G-Vectoring Control Plus system subtly enhances handling by optimizing torque delivery in corners, providing a more connected and composed driving experience. One of the hallmarks of the Mazda 3 is its chassis balance. It's a car that feels light on its feet, yet planted and confident at higher speeds. The suspension tuning strikes a perfect compromise between sportiness and comfort. Whether you're cruising down the highway or carving through winding roads, the Mazda 3 offers precise steering, predictable responses, and an overall sense of harmony that's rare in this segment. Even the cabin noise is well controlled thanks to improved insulation and thicker glass in higher trims. Step inside, and you'll be forgiven for forgetting that this is a mainstream compact car. Mazda's interior design is simple, elegant, and deeply driver-focused. There's a strong sense of symmetry and purpose to the dashboard layout. High-quality materials are used throughout, with soft-touch surfaces, leather-trimmed seats in upper trims, and aluminium or piano black accents that add a touch of class. It feels like it belongs in a more expensive category, especially compared to some of its plasticky competitors. The driving position is near perfect, with a low seating height and excellent visibility. Mazda also updated the center console with a revised rotary controller that now feels more tactile and intuitive. The infotainment screen, which now measures 10.25 inches in most trims, is crisp and integrated seamlessly into the dash. Unlike many rivals that rely heavily on touchscreen inputs, Mazda sticks with a controller-based interface, which might not appeal to everyone, but minimizes distractions while driving. For 2025, the infotainment system finally gets wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on all but the base trim. Navigation, Bluetooth, and a crisp Bose 12-speaker audio system are also available, depending on the trim. Mazda continues to improve its native interface, although it's still not as flashy or fast as some rivals like Hyundai or Honda. But the trade-off is simplicity. Everything is logically placed, and once you're used to the rotary controller, it's quick and easy to use without taking your eyes off the road. The seats are supportive for long drives, especially the upgraded leather versions. Rear seat space is adequate for the segment, though the hatchback sacrifices a bit of rear visibility due to its thick C-pillars. Cargo space is decent, with the sedan offering a slightly larger trunk, while the hatchback delivers more flexibility with fold-flat rear seats. In terms of safety, the 2025 Mazda 3 continues to be one of the best in its class. Standard iActive Sense safety features include adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, forward collision warning with automatic emergency braking, and driver attention monitoring. Higher trims add traffic sign recognition, 360-degree cameras, and front and rear parking sensors. The car has consistently earned top crash test ratings from IS and NASA, and Mazda's advanced safety systems operate with a level of refinement and smoothness that's genuinely confidence-inspiring. Fuel economy remains solid, with the naturally aspirated engine returning around 28 miles per gallon city and 37 miles per gallon highway for the front-wheel drive models. The turbocharged all-wheel drive variants are slightly thirstier but still manage respectable numbers for the performance on offer. Mazda has opted not to go hybrid or electric just yet with the 3, focusing instead on optimizing internal combustion for efficiency and drivability. But perhaps what defines the 2025 Mazda 3 most is the intangible quality Mazda calls Jinritei, a Japanese term that describes the unity between horse and rider. It's a philosophy embedded into every aspect of the car, from the way it responds to your inputs to the seamless connection between driver and machine. While other manufacturers chase trends, Mazda builds cars for people who love driving. The 3 is a prime example of this ethos. It feels alive, deliberate, and beautifully composed. Of course, it's not without its faults. Rear visibility in the hatchback is limited, and the rear seat space, while fine for most, may feel tight for taller passengers. The infotainment interface, while improved, still lacks the snappiness and modern feel of some competitors, and the lack of a hybrid or electric option might limit appeal for eco-conscious buyers. But for those who value craftsmanship, aesthetics, and driving joy, the Mazda 3 stands nearly alone in the compact segment. It's a car that manages to feel premium without the premium price tag. Pricing for the 2025 model starts just under $25,000 for the base sedan and climbs to around $36,000 for the fully loaded Turbo Premium Plus hatchback with all-wheel drive. In every configuration, it offers excellent value for what you get. What Mazda has done with the 2025 3 is reinforce its commitment to making cars for enthusiasts, for people who care about design, and for drivers who want more than just basic transportation. It's one of the few cars in its class that appeals equally to the head and the heart. If you're in the market for a compact car in 2025, the Mazda 3 should be on your shortlist, and not because it's the cheapest or the flashiest, but because it's one of the most thoughtfully engineered, beautifully designed, and enjoyable vehicles you can buy today.